This is Dr. Andrew Jones. In this edition of Veterinary Secrets, I'm going to be discussing a new remedy that potentially may help dogs and cats with cancer. This is Dr. Andrew Jones. On this channel, I discuss natural tips and techniques to keep your pets healthy and extend their lives. And if you like what I'm talking about, I encourage you to click over there to subscribe to my channel. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, welcome. First, today's video is a little bit different in that I'm actually going to be making a specific remedy, and I'm going to be showing you how to make that remedy at home and potentially help your dogs or cats that may have cancer. So the one we're going to talk about today is dandelion root. So what I've done is gone to my local natural health store and I picked up a big bag of it, and it's just the dried root. So I want to show you here, just so you can see it. I'll scoop some in my hand. So there it is there, dried dandelion root. I mean, many of us have them growing in our gardens. You can pull them out of that garden, let the root dry. The big thing is I've gone to a natural health store and they can guarantee that it's also certified organic. So people are not commercially growing it and spraying things on it to have more of it grow faster. I've got Tula up here. I'm kind of hoping that I can try a little bit on her and just show you how you potentially then dose your pet at home. So the first thing with the dandelion root is I want you to grind it in a coffee grinder. I'm just going to fill up the grinder here. My dandelion root. So one of the big principles of getting the anti-cancer properties out of that dandelion root is grinding it really finely. So I want you to grind it up quite fine to resemble something like sort of a coarse ground coffee. Somewhere between 30 seconds to a minute. So we're left with that there. This little powder. So I'm going to keep that in an airtight container. Just a jar. With a lid on it. And then we just keep it out of the sunlight in a cool spot, just in your cupboard is fine. When we're looking at doses, we're looking at about 1 teaspoon of this, freshly ground dandelion root per 10 pounds of body weight given daily, sort of throughout the day. So with Tula here being about 20 pounds, I'm going to put in 2 teaspoons into my pot. Next one I'm going to do is add about a half a cup of water. So it's about 1/4 of a cup per teaspoon of the ground dandelion root. So we're adding about a half a cup of water here. And then we're going to simmer that on the stove for about 20 minutes. Now we're going to do the simmering. So you just want to put it on a fairly sort of medium heat, not really hot. The other big principle about making any of these remedies, when we're taking any type of root and grinding it and we're simmering it, so we're making a decoction, you don't want to apply high heat. The other thought is anytime you're applying high heat, that can then detrimentally affect the specific anti-cancer compounds or just therapeutic properties of any of the different herbs we're talking about. So that's the other big principle, is just not applying high heat. So that would be a reason why you wouldn't want to use like roasted dandelion root, because high heat has already been applied to it. So now it's been about 20 minutes and here's what we're left with. As you can see there, so there's our pot, and it's probably about a 1/4 to 1/3 of a cup of water left. You can see it's a real dark brownish sort of soupy color. So I'm going to use this little tea bodum here. It's better if you use something that's meant to strain tea, so not quite as fine as straining coffee. We want to get those big chunks out, but we want to keep some of the fine, smaller particles because we know some of those have some of the anti-cancer compounds are in them. So let's go ahead and strain this here, see what we're left with. I mean, you can see there, right? It's this real sort of dark looking, healthy looking tea concoction. That's the dandelion root. And then just use this little bodum. So this little sort of tea bodum to strain the big chunks out. So now the next thing is we're just going to let that sit for another sort of 10 or 15 minutes. I want to let it cool down. And then that amount, that's 2 teaspoons that we've cooked in about half a cup of water, let it simmer down. That's the amount that Tula would get throughout the day, so for a 20-pound dog. And it's something you're going to make fresh or do that daily. You're not going to see an instant result with that with your dog and or your cat. But if they are going to respond to it, you may actually see an improvement in about 2 weeks where they start to feel a little bit better. You might see their appetite pick up. It's been about another 10 minutes. It started to cool down. So let's pour this into this measuring cup so you guys can see what it looks like. So there it is. It's that murky-ish looking color. I mean, there's all those nice therapeutic properties. And if you stare at it, you can almost see the floaties in it. And that's good. We want some of those smaller particles in there. So what I wanted to do, try a little bit with the Tula, but I'm going to try some myself. Let's just see how this tastes. Our homemade dandelion root. And this is more of a, a tea tincture that we've made as opposed to a tea. I mean, it's a little bit bitter. Maybe adding a little bit of honey would definitely make it go down a bit easier. I mean, because there's a bit of a strong taste to it, but not bad. I suspect if you're trying to give it to a cat, it'd be rather difficult. I think I would then be inclined to add a little bit of honey to it, just to make it a little bit sweeter. I think I might do the same thing with Tula, just to probably make it a little bit easier for it to convince it to go down her. So I'm going to add a little bit of honey to it just to make it a little easier to give to Tula, make it taste a little bit better. It's probably half a teaspoon of honey, just mixing that into that 3 or so tablespoons. So that's about 45-50 mils, so not very much. And this is to be divided up, and you can give it twice a day, 3 times a day to your dog. Here's our dandelion concoction. First, I'm just going to try it on the spoon, just mixing that up. See if she'll drink it. Good girl. No, that's definitely a no. Next, this is what? About a 15 ml syringe. So it's about 2/3 of a tablespoon. So she'd need about 6 or 7 of these throughout the day. So let's just try with one now, just to see how that goes. Good girl, Tula. So if you did it this way, then you're guaranteed that you're getting it into your dog and your cat. Just what I'm doing is just using the syringe, squirting it into the side of her mouth, just having her swallow all of that. And it'd be ideal if your dog would just take that on his or her own. Tula, not so much. Pretty sure Pippi would. Good girl. There's your dandelion root tincture. How was that? Thank you for watching this edition of Veterinary Secrets. What I want you to do now is first click down there to like this video, click up there to subscribe to my channel, and lastly, I encourage you to sign up for my newsletter. And when you do that, I can send you my free books and my free videos on how to heal your dogs at home with my top natural remedies.